Lately, the vibe in the crypto world just feels off to me. It's not that I think Bitcoin is going to crash or anything. I'm no fortune teller, so I can't say for sure. It just seems like the whole industry is going through a big shakeup and major changes, and I'm definitely not the only one feeling this way. A few bloggers mentioned that, even though they phrased it differently, the gist is pretty similar. It's about the old projects, the old industry leaders, and the old crypto capital. People will gradually start leaving, just like how things are becoming more mainstream and like what Sanjay is doing. In the future, as Trump becomes more lenient towards crypto and regulations speed up, many celebrities and companies will launch their own projects. Those projects are more compliant and trustworthy. Of course, I'm just saying this relatively. A lot of people used to think that Trump was a solid bet, but look at how much it corrected. Still, this kind of trend is going to become the norm moving forward. It's like every once in a while a celebrity drops a meme. Is there an opportunity for us there? Of course there's an opportunity, but we just need to wait for the new capital and companies to come in with their fresh projects. It could be DeFi or maybe even meme stuff. So I think it's more important to quickly grab this information. That's why in the first half of this year, during this big reshuffle, I'm planning to upgrade our tutorial videos to version 3.0. Create a series of video courses that automate scripts for popular dexes on the Solana chain, like JUP, Ray, and Pump. If it goes well, we can expand it further. I'll also add the automation scripts for Ethereum. Of course, I'm still working on those, so getting back to what I mentioned earlier, what should we be doing during this big shakeup? 1. Stay alert. I personally watch some KOL videos every day, including those focused on project research, traders from the industry, and of course some discussing technical stuff, like the KOLs who specialize in project research. You can tell if the market's doing well just by seeing what they post every day. If they're constantly sharing research videos about projects and the economic models for those projects, then the market is definitely buzzing. If one day all those KOLs start talking to you about AI and fitness, just know that it's a pretty quiet period right now. After that, I think you should also pay attention to the KOLs in the trading circle. They'll help you keep an eye on data like liquidation and exchange wallet balances, right? You can check it yourself, but there's only so much one person can handle. Sometimes he'll just share data with you every day, so you don't even need to look it up yourself. Just treat it like listening to a podcast, and then keep an eye on the tech bloggers in the space later on. They're sending out videos about the direction of the industry. Why do I say that? Imagine you had to choose between learning EOS programming or SOL programming. I bet you'd pick SOL without a second thought. Of course, don't believe everything they say. Just don't pay attention to what those KOLs say. Focus on what they actually do. And for information gathering, it's not about checking Twitter, Discord, or TG groups every day. It's about getting important info efficiently. For example, keeping an eye on specific KOLs, tracking the flow of funds on DEX, using scripts to automatically monitor trending meme coins, and so on. We need to understand that the information gap is where the profit comes from. I actually create some tools myself, like I'm going to create a script to monitor and push news updates. It'll automatically gather news every day, and I'll save it in this database. Recently, I've switched from using GPT to DeepSeek. The interface got 10 times cheaper for summarizing text, which really cut down the time it takes to go through info. Plus, AI even helped me edit the text into tweets I could send out. My ex also uses this method to keep things updated. Others can take this as a reference. Third, and this is really important, don't rush into going all in. Manage your positions. Some friends get all worked up over a 1% fluctuation. And why is that? It's because they're fully invested. Honestly, even if someone goes all in on the right direction, they still can't hold on to it. Just a little bit of noise can lead to wrong decisions. The pace of this reshuffle might not be fast, and it could take a while before new rules, capital, and the ecosystem start to take shape. The market goes through ups and downs. I've heard recently that Vitalik wants to make some big changes at the Ethereum Foundation, but anyone who's run a company knows that it's tough to turn a big ship around. You also have to restructure everything. Making rules and firing the old-timers who are out of touch with the technology, then bringing in a whole new team. That's not easy at all, especially at this stage. You need to be more careful with your money management. As long as you don't go all in, you won't get frazzled. So, in the first half of this year, we need to stay alert, build information channels, and boost our execution skills. Be careful with your money management so you can establish a solid foothold in the new market landscape. When the big shakeup is over and the next wave of opportunities comes around, you'll find yourself in the best spot.